what is going on? Cover One crew, welcome back to the show. Everybody is great. I'm wonderful because we're diving back into rookie trends on these wide receivers. Like I said, not only for your fantasy team, but for your favorite NFL team. We got to understand where these players lie right now, what team they could potentially go to, and where their value is trending going into this NFL draft that is coming that much closer. We love it. Draft season, baby. It's all about these rookies at this point. So I got 20 of wide receivers on the board as well, starting with a Travis Hunter. We know, and I just did his scattering report as well. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I've done both his DB and wide receiver film. This kid is unbelievable. Generational talent. We're seeing a lot of buzz discussing the fact he could be the Cleveland Brownies' number 2 overall pick, even though I think they should go with Shadir Sanders. There's no way that Travis Hunter is dropping out of the top 3 in this draft, definitely even warranting of being the top pick for these Tennessee Titans, but we know Cam Ward is likely going to be the pick and selection there as well. Travis Hunter is one of these generational talented players that if given the opportunity, like I said in the scouting report, if he focuses on just one of the positional, wide receiver or defensive back, this guy's going to be an elite talented player for many years to come, even though he is going to likely try to do both. Travis Hunter still rising up boards to be the top 3 pick. I mean, generational talent, you can keep talking up every single week. Ted McMillan, T-Mac, and I mean, this one's crazy to me, and it's only because I can only put my finger on it in one aspect, that Ted is kind of putting it out there with his agents. That video dropped of him saying he doesn't watch, football, doesn't like watching tape, and I think this is, predetermined to get his draft stock to fall a little bit because he could be landing on a better squad. Maybe that's a situation, and I mean, I'm speculating here. I got nothing factual to suggest that that's true, but he's still a first-round commodity. I mean, we've seen some mocks even dropping him into the 20s at this point. For me, he's a top 10 pick. No question about it. He's got so much ability. He's got the rare, combination of size, speed, hands, ability, and Ted McMillan is going to be one of these guys. I just think that his brass and brain trust are saying we could get to a better club and make better stats and getting that second contract rather than going to one of these, lesser teams right now that are rebuilding. Ted McMillan still is a first-rounder, but based on circumstances right now, his draft stock has been falling because of that video and how others are mocking him at this point. Matthew Golden, Texas product stock is definitely rising, should be a first-round commodity, if not an early second-rounder. I don't foresee Golden getting out of this first round whatsoever. True elite wheels, got hands. There are some refinements to his game that are needed. I got his scatter report coming for y'all as well. He's a good, talented player. But, I mean, I don't foresee anybody not taking a shot at him in this first round, even if it is later down the board. He's got a lot of sound abilities, to the potential to be a true wide receiver 1 in this league, likely a fantastic elite wide receiver 2. But Golden definitely does fit the bill to be a first rounder. His stock is definitely continuing to rise and increase in this draft process. Luther Burden, one of my dudes, don't understand this whatsoever. Why is everyone hating on a Luther Burden? Because of the small hands? Y'all getting it down the board where he's going to be a second-round commodity? Are you guys kidding me? He should be a first-round pick. He is like a DJ Moore type of guy. He even plays, like, if you watch him and you had, just blinders on a little bit without, seeing the nameplates on the jerseys, this guy runs a lot like Antonio Brown. I'm not saying they're the same player. It's just how they run and how, their mannerisms, the fluidity. It's very Antonio Brown-esque, but I mean, he's probably more likely to that DJ Moore category than Antonio Brown ever will be. But I'm telling y'all, Luther Burden, I have no understanding to why the hatred on this man's game at this point. Late first to early second, I could absolutely see him fall out of that first round, but he's too damn quality to not list him here as a potential late round first player. Luther Burden's definitely going to make somebody pay for not picking him as early as they should. Emeka Egbuka, first round commodity, abso-freaking-lutely. Do I believe that he could fall out of this first round? Sure he could. But, I mean, there's going to be at least 5 wide receivers taken in this first round, and Emeka Egbuka does fall in that Amon-Ra St. Brown category. Amon-Ra St. Brown, because he does have the receiving ability, and he will be that fixture in the slot for any team. Chain mover, red zone appeal, great hands, great body balance. Emeka's definitely a, year 1 player like Jackson Smith-Njigba was. And I think that there is a lot of skills. They're not necessarily the same. JSN, different skills and speed and elusiveness, where where Egbuka is more of that possessional slot guy that can make a lot of plays for your quarterback. Jaden Higgins, next one on the board, next 5 on the board, Iowa State. This guy's getting a lot of praise, and absolutely rightfully so. Huge frame, huge size. This guy runs routes like he's 5'10", man. I don't understand. You watch his film, this guy releases on those slants like he should be like Tank Dell styles, getting open, create separation, good box out, good jump ability, good red zone upside, back shoulder fade. What else do you want me to promote on a Jaden Higgins? I can continue to do it. He could legit fall into that first round. Some team may fall in love with his game that much that he sneaks into that first round. For my money, I think he still is a day 2 product in that second round, but I will not be shocked if somebody does take a shot at him in the first round, because his size is definitely prototypical and he can make a lot of plays in the NFL. Trey Harris, Ole Miss, he's kind of seemingly on the mid-level right now. A lot of upside here. You do see, maybe Nico Collins-esque type of play here out of this man. Good size, good abilities, got some, opportunities to get down the field and make big plays. I think Nico's a little faster than Trey, but Trey is one of these big body, possessional box-out type of wide receivers. Will make an impact, potential wide receiver 1 alpha on anybody's team. I am a big fan of his as well. He may slip into that second round, and I would not be shocked. Early to mid-second round is kind of where I see him right now. First round commodity, I think he's kind of fallen out of that category at this point. His hype has kind of stayed on the very similar train throughout this entire process, but he is a very talented wide receiver, and I do like his game. Jalen Noel, high riser, based on the speed. The seam killer is what his name is going to be. Another Iowa State product. This guy's got all the ability for days you're looking for to have that mismatch in the slot. This guy will cook anybody down the field, and if you think his game is predicated solely on speed, you're solely mistaken, because this guy's got contested catch ability all over his film, and it is great to see. He can cook anybody. Footwork very good, release very good, and he is primarily a slot guy with exceptional wheels. He will be a massive mismatch, and I could see him in the mid-second round to early second round. He is definitely a high riser up these boards. My dude, Isaiah Bond, what are you doing? I was promoting your game, and there were some off-field concerns. Pretty substantial off-field concerns, being accused of a sexual assault, turn himself into the police, working with the police, claiming he is innocent at this point and will prove his innocence, but his draft stock has fallen down the floor because of this off-field issue. Day 3, round 4 to round 7, somebody will take a shot on Bond if he's not found guilty between now and the draft day. Someone will likely take a shot, but his draft stock has fallen from what it could have been in the second round all the way to the end of the draft, if not undrafted rookie free agent. No kidding about Isaiah Bond. These guys do not want to mess around with off-field issues, and I mean, Bond definitely has got all the skills. He's like Jalen Waddle 2.0, and he could fall out of this draft due to off-field issues. Definitely a big problem for him, and it is unfortunate to see for somebody who's so talented that off-field stuff definitely takes away from it. Jalen Royals, Utah State, okay, this guy's intriguing. He's taking a lot of top 30 visits right now, which is good to see. But I think that is, his trend is kind of falling a little bit down. I think that is also part of the process to get him on a club. I don't think a lot of teams talk about the guys they truly like a lot because they want them to fall in the draft. And Royals, I think, is one of these guys. He's very elusive, very fast, can make a lot of plays. He reminds me a lot of a quicker, Robert Woods, Bobby Trees type of wide receiver, and would be a fixture in somebody's offense. Mid to late day 3 product at this point. Could sneak into that, round 3. And Royals definitely is intriguing. I'm kind of still on the fence. Still want to do a couple more games of his film before I make my, complete assessment on it. Likely have his scouting report after the draft, depending on what team does pick him. Jack Betch, a TCU product. He's very interesting. He's a big body wide receiver, does make a lot of plays, and I don't know where to rank him. Kind of like a Scatabo for the running backs. Beck definitely, it's just a difficult one. He's an enigma to me at this point. I still got lots of work to do on his game as well, but what I have seen so far, I do like. There is mismatch opportunities. There is good appeal in his game. Red zone upside. He can be a good yak player. Round 2 to early round 3. I think there is a lot of value on this guy, and that's why they're not talking him up as much as they should. Early process was, even going back to the Senior Bowl, was getting a lot of love, and then it cooled off because I think there's a lot of teams that really do covet his services, and he should be a round 2 early early round 3 commodity for me. Ayo Maynor. This guy's name always makes me stumble. Ayo Maynor, Stanford product, round 3 to round 4. Great secondary wide receiver 2 or 3 on anybody's offense. He's got a lot of ability. It's just I'm not convinced he's the great superstar talent that some do believe he is. Think there's a lot of skills here, but I mean, round 3 definitely is warranted. Likely a day 3 product for Ayo Maynor. Tez Johnson, seeing his draft stock fall down the board quite a bit. Day 3, round 4, round 5, and it was because of the testing. Smaller body frame, smaller stature, and he did not run a sub 4.4. And a lot of people are saying, well, I don't know if you're going to do this in the pros. And it's like a Franklin from the Denver Broncos, Troy Franklin from the Denver Broncos and Oregon Ducks as well. Very similar like skill sets in both these wide receivers, in Tez and Franklin. Very, very similar. But I think I actually like Tez more, where I was telling everybody last year with Franklin, kind of, watch out for what you're getting out of Franklin, where Tez, I'm a big fan. I think that there is more ability in this man. There is more contested catch upside, and the tape speed definitely does translate. So for me, not the testing as poorly as he did, I'm not even going to sniff at that one. It is something to keep your tabs on, but game film definitely is always greater than, testing ability. Tez is one of these guys, could make a name for himself in the NFL. I'm a big fan, but he is definitely falling down boards. Round 4, round 5, definitely where he is. Kyle Williams, big riser right now. Washington State, he is a good one. Got some scary Terry McLaurin in his game. Got huge wheels down the field. I absolutely love his game, and I think he's going to be one of these guys talked about, depending on where he goes. Another one of these guys a lot of teams are suggesting could fall into that 2nd to 3rd round, and that's kind of where I got him hovering at this point. Very good ability, can make a lot of things happen. Speed is electric. Kyle Williams, definitely keep tabs on him, because his name is flying up boards everywhere you see him. Xavier Restrepo. He is one of these dudes, slot killer, slot dynamo, did not test well. He is definitely falling down boards due to the testing. Still should fall into that late 2nd, early 3rd, maybe 4th round for me, but he's got so much ability in the slot that you'd be stupid not to pick him. His hands are like glue, runs his routes very precisely, and he does make a lot of plays. Even though the speed isn't great, he did injure his hamstring, so I mean, that's why the tested speed's in like the 4.8s, and everyone's, oh, I'm not touching that. Be careful. Go watch your film study. I got you covered for the film study. Restrepo is definitely one of these cats that if you get him on a team, it's like Hunter Renfrow. He's going to make a lot of plays in the NFL. Chimere DK, Florida product as well. Definitely falling down boards. Day 3, round 5, round 7. I still like his game. I'm still hopeful that he's going to land on a squad that can utilize him properly. He's got some abilities, good secondary wide receiver. He could be one of these guys, like a 7, 8, 10-year wide receiver in the league that just is a great secondary piece, and DK definitely has a lot of abilities. Torrey Horton, man, Colorado State. I'm a huge supporter of this man because he can catch everything to come his way. I remember one game, I believe it even was against the Colorado Buffaloes and Deion Sanders prime time. He caught like 15 passes, if not more, in that game. It was just peppering to a Horton, and he was just catching everything. He was a big problem, and I think he's one of these guys. You put him on a good offense, he's going to be so damn good and reliable. Horton is one of these guys, day 3, round 4 to 5. I think that's where he's likely going to get picked, but I will not be shocked if he is a late round 3 product, because his hands are that reliable. Felton, Maryland product. I know a lot of Buffalo Bills guys are excited about Felton at this point, round 3 to round 5. His stock definitely continues to increase. He's got wheels, got size, got hands. He can be that field stretcher on the outside for any team, and you put him with somebody like Josh Allen. I understand why people are getting excited. I'm okay. I'm lukewarm on Felton at this point. I think there is ability. I'm not just overly excited about it. He fills a role, fills a need for a team, but he's definitely rising up boards. People are taking notice. Nick Nash, San Jose State. Y'all may not be familiar with his game, but get to know this guy is a stat machine. He caught so many passes with San Jose State, and he could be one of these, how the hell did he fall in the draft type of players, or how did nobody know about this type of player? He's one of these guys. You're talking Puka Nacua, how he fell in the draft. Nick Nash is one of these guys you got to keep tabs on, because he is very much a quality wide receiver who can make a lot of plays. He just got to put it together in the NFL. Definitely day 3, round 4, round 5 for me is kind of warranting, but I'm a big fan of Nash, and I'm rooting for him. I hope he does find his way onto a club. And Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech product. I'm intrigued at this point. I've done a little bit of work on his game right now. His stock has definitely fallen down, where early on it was rising up boards where people said he's got so much ability, no way he's fallen out of day 2. Now he's kind of moving into day 3, round 6, round 7. He's got skills, got abilities, but I mean, he's one that I still want to do a lot more work on. I'm intrigued and I'm excited. There is ability here for this kid, and I think that he could be a decent wide receiver in the NFL. But there you have it. That is wide receiver trends, where they sit today. And as the NFL draft is vastly approaching, it's going to be interesting. We know there's going to be some left curve balls that are going to be, thrown in the draft, players picked where they shouldn't be, and this is one of those situations. Late round first to, end of day 2, you got so much similar value in these players, and this wide receiver class isn't as abundant as last year, but there is a lot of talented secondary wide receivers that will make a name for themselves for many years to come. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. What are y'all thinking of this draft class of wide receivers? You in, you out? Throw it in the comments. Who you in on, who you out on? Rank them for me. Let's have a good discussion, but we'll see you next time. I am out.